Hello, friends. Oh, March 19th. I have some really exciting stuff for you today. There's been a new discovery at the pyramids of Egypt, and it's very fascinating. Let's get into it real quick. So they did some side scanning radar with sound. I hope I can show you a picture. Yes. Well, so the things at the top are the king's chamber, and those tubes go into the earth 600 meters, and they're on top of a box that is 4 tubes to one box that is 80 meters across, square. Let me see if I can pull up those photos. I think I did tweet those photos. Yes, I did. Yay! All right, so this was the woman. I'm not sure how wide they are, but this is 600 feet down. So 300, 150. That's probably 40 meters because 4 of them go on top of an 80-meter box. Maybe 30 meters. We could calculate the frequency by the width. And these are the relieving chambers here. Like one slab, like 1, 2, there's like 15 slabs. Each slab is 70 tons. So this could be 10, that would be 700 tons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And these are, I think, piezoelectric generators. I think that's what's going on here. Let me show you another photo. That square is ground, earth, and then below the square is underground. It's just wow. So I think these are harmonic resonant tubes. So those 4 columns are on top of a box. So I think that might be a walkway. The yellow might be a walkway for humans. I think the sound is going back and forth, up and down, and resonating, and just making the roof vibrate, which makes electricity. So when this starts vibrating, it makes a fuck ton of electricity. Never in my wildest dreams would I have ever get that was below the pyramids. And what you just saw there most likely is advanced alien technology. I'll try to get some measurements, and I'll put together a spreadsheet, and then I'll come up with the wavelength. So like when I was trying to build my floating electricity, I tried to calculate the quarter wavelength of 6 hertz. It's really big. I'm eating a Greek salad. Like a quarter wavelength might have been 6 miles. I'll have to do the math and get back to you. Still kind of a little, well, I'm recovering from a hangover. Monday night I drank nine beers. I think I need to quit drinking. Then I watched a video about Men in Black, real Men in Black, and some guy said he worked for the CIA. They did some brainwashing on him, like MK Ultra, where they gave him a bunch of LSD and heroin and mescaline and kind of erased his brain. And he was a killer. He killed people who were leaking UFO information back in the 60s and 70s. He had a wand that would zap people with electricity and give them a heart attack. And he's like, if the wand, one time his wand wasn't working, so he had to strangle some woman. And then after each murder, they would wipe his brain. That's pretty scary. I just got a feeling like, well, the conspiracy theory is that the U.S. government is working with extraterrestrials. And the U.S. government has no plans of telling us anything about it. And for our safety, because like this one guy, the guy who was Men in Black, he said 800,000 or 8 million children go missing every year, and the children are taken to one of the underground military bunkers, and there's apparently 160 or 1,060 bunkers, and the children are experimented on, and then when they die, they're down there forever till they die. And the aliens are running experiments on children. Pretty dark. I hope not. But the takeaway is that, oh, then there was one of the Russian president, Moldov or whatever, he said, when you're president in Russia, you get, not only do you get the briefcase with the nuclear codes, you get a story about the aliens and how many aliens are among us. Like, they look like humans, but they're real aliens. And like, the more I learn, the more I don't want to know, kind of thing. It kind of feels hopeless. Like, if we can't fix normal shit, how are we going to fix that? I mean, we could fix it. They just don't want to. And the idea of us being in a democracy and the will of the people, that might just be fantasy. All right, let's shift gears away from that Egyptian pyramid thing. I shared it on my Twitter account, Gov Lambright, and you can find the lady's like Instagram video. Oh, the JFK files released. They got a sticky here at 4chan, 1,000 replies. Well, you know, there's a, what's going to happen if the evidence points to Israel? Yesterday I said, I finally support Israel. I'm a Jew. I'm a converted Jew. Because Israel's an open air prison for Jews. It's a containment center. I would never want to live there. I might imagine the kvetching and all the fighting. Many of the Israeli citizens are furious with their government, Netanyahu. Why can't we just get along? I mean, why are people in constant conflict? It definitely gives me anxiety. That's my propranolol. It blocks my body from absorbing adrenaline. I get a little anxious talking about politics, and it raises my blood pressure, kind of thing. I want to find the big news of the day. Let me hit the reply count here and see what's going on. Oh, it shows an aircraft carrier, and it says, how suicidal would you have been to go to war with the United States of America? So I think they're talking about the Houthis or Yemen. Hey, Gucci. Yeah, there is stuff in the JFK files, and it points towards Israel. I actually don't want to participate in that discussion. I'm a little fearful of Israel. There's nothing I can say or do anymore. Like, I've covered a lot of topics over the years, and I've already suffered way too much. I've been swatted 66 times. The swattings will continue until you stop it, Wayne. That's kind of what the message was. So I'm mostly stopping it. Um, I've got an ongoing excuse, which is I have ADHD and I can't get my act together. I'm not sure if that's true or false, but I can't get my act together. I'm trying hard. That was Wellbutrin. My psychiatrist is giving me Wellbutrin for my ADHD. It doesn't make sense to me. Thanks, Gucci bandana. I hope I get there, but I might not ever get there. I mean, I kind of been suffering this for 20 years. I'm tired of being a non-winner. I'm winning on some levels, but on other levels, I'm failing greatly. At least I'm mostly honest about things. I'm honest that things aren't working for me. Some things are working. Whoa. I think this is a picture of Elon Musk. Uh-huh. What are you doing today, Gucci bandana? That's crazy, men are just giving up. A sizable majority of men are not approaching women at all. The entire data set, 29% of men said they never approached a woman in person before. Well, they're saving money. I'll tell you how to approach women. Well, first you want to give them a compliment. Hey, I noticed, I was over there and I noticed you. This dress you're wearing is really beautiful. And I thought, well, I need a beautiful girlfriend. And maybe you want to have coffee sometime. Maybe lunch, coffee. How about we exchange numbers? I was over there on the other side of the room and I saw your bright dress and I thought, wow, this person's got incredible style. I want to get to know her. My name's Wayne, and I think you and I should have lunch sometime or coffee. What do you think? Just be bold. Women like a man who's bold. No, women don't want to date a giant wimp. They want a guy who has good communication. How about you don't sweat much for a fat girl? Hey, sweetie. Hey, I was on the other side of the room and I noticed this beautiful dress you're wearing, and obviously it's so hot today and you're not sweating. I'm really looking for a woman who isn't sweaty. Oh, get out. Hold on a sec. They must be able to smell them. Hello, Pat. Pat, did you see this stuff from the pyramids at the beginning of my show? Like they've made, I mean, since you know physics and stuff, they found these big tubes under the Pyramid of Egypt that are 600 meters long. That's like 1,800 feet long and maybe 40 feet wide. Maybe no, 100 feet wide. Let me just show you real quick since you're here. Like this is technology. This is a machine. So look at these, Pat. These columns are 100 or 600 meters long, and then the four of them will sit on top of a box that's 80 meters square. And then they're sitting on this box at the bottom. That's 80 meters. So it's 240 feet across. And I think it's a resonance cavity meant to be vibrating one slice. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, like 12, 70 tons. So 12 times 7 is 84. So is that right? Yeah, I think that's right. 84. That's 840 tons per layer, and there's 1, 2, 3, 5 layers. So as these vibrate, they make electricity. So this is like, and the weight. Also this distance. So the rock is going to flex a little bit. And it's the flexing that makes the electricity. And these are on top of the holes. So one tube, there's 5. One tube per thing, and like, or it might be one of these per 4 tubes. And they're just resonators. What's really cool about this is we could take measurements of the width, and that tells us the frequency of the waveguide. It's a waveguide. And so we can reverse engineer it by proper dimensions. So that's really fascinating. I feel really overwhelmed with everything Trump's doing. Like, I can't keep up. Trump is producing more news than I can consume, which is, that's a technique of flooding. Then we have most likely lefty people burning Teslas. Like, these are probably like the Black Lives Matter people creating civil unrest. Full Irish breakfast. Let's look at this. Wow, this looks pretty delicious. Ooh. Wow. I shouldn't be looking at this. I'm kind of hungry. Oh, look at those beans, those tomatoes, those eggs, mushrooms, sausages, blood sausage, bacon. That bread, those must be beers. Wow. This isn't what we're talking about, but I'll share this with you. This is the Mercedes manual to replace my window. These are the instructions. Frame, stationary window, rubber frame cover, reinstall in opposite order. 1, window frame here, remove. Stationary window, pull out towards front together with rubber frame and cover. To install rubber frame, coat the solution with soapy water. Rubber frame, remove the stationary window before installing the spray around the glass channel with MB window sealant, Mercedes-Benz window sealant. Cover 2, pull down out of rubber channel, coat rubber channel with solution of soap and water before installing. I'm like, boy, you really put a lot of burden on us to be intelligent enough to understand what that means. I'm like, huh? I'm like, you could have used more words, but you would be a better president. I lost a job opportunity due to the silly Doge blanket cuts. Sorry, Gucci. Remove center foil to expose tater tots. Yeah, like Mercedes is just like das German. We don't need more words. It's all here. Just read it again and again and again. My car is fixed, friends. It's so beautiful. They did such a great job on my exhaust, and I'm gonna unload it maybe later today. I think I need to get 30 days of sobriety. I don't like this. I don't know. Well, I feel like I'm making excuses. And one excuse is, well, if I'm sober all the time, then I won't have any excuses that it was drinking related. I was blackout drunk on Monday. I talked to people on the phone. I don't even remember the conversation. I talked to 4 people: Brian, Rick, Lisa, the ex-girlfriend. Oh, all right. Let's go back to politically incorrect and see if we can scrounge up some news stories here. Gold is hitting all-time highs daily. Basically, you're fucking stupid. Whoa, $4,000 for gold. know what that means. Damn. That is bad. That means our money is becoming worth less. Worth less than it used to. Guatemala, fucking assholes. Guatemala migrant gets life in prison for abducting, raping 12-year-old girl in Ohio. Thank you, law enforcement, for catching that creep. Okay, I'm laughing at the bicycle. Politically, how do we deal with this problem? Listen, if you're the bicycle guy trying to exert your right to the road, which is legally true, it is legal to, we have to share the road with bicycles. However, just recognize people don't like bicycle people and they might kill you with their fucking car. You don't have all this metal around you to protect you. So would you rather be right and dead, or be smart and live? Like, get to the side of the road. I don't know. If you got, you're not riding the bicycle to save money on fuel. You're doing it for exercise. So like, do some loops around a lake or something. Go to one of those like nice ponds where they have a bicycle path, and just use that, like, to just use that where there's no cars. Oh, here's a topic about narcissism. I'm really fascinated with narcissism. I'm trying to center this for us here. A little bit skinnier. The real malady, writes, is the deluge of narcissism in the modern world, especially among failed to launch young men whose injured grandiosity leads them to blame others for their own shortcomings and insecurities. Damn. That's a truth bomb, right? The Hill, which is very democratic. Oh, is my... I think we got to clean the lens here. Just kind of greasy. That might be better. Yeah, that seems better. Trump was right on Ukraine. The authors explain why Trump is right about Ukraine. The war was completely unnecessary. Biden and Zelensky played significant roles in the provoking and escalating it, and Western media has continuously lied about it. The author writes, I rarely agree with President Trump, but his latest controversial statements about the Ukraine are mostly true. The only seems preposterous because Western audience has been fed a steady diet of disinformation about Ukraine for more than a decade. It is time to set the record straight on 3 key points that illuminate why Ukrainians and former President Joe Biden, not merely President of Vladimir Putin. Maybe we're getting somewhere. I was up till 4:20 a.m. Anyways, I'll kind of recover in a few days. Huh. Netflix releases a show about the red pill and the manosphere titled Adolescence. Set in the UK, it's about a middle school girl who is murdered and is centered around red pill content on the internet and its effect on boys. They openly talk about the 80-20 rule, hypergamy. Hmm. I don't know. Huh. This is interesting. It says nobody believes this is the same guy. Well, he's very skinny here because look at how, well, he's got this here. That muscle is there. The noses look different. This nose is round and bulbous, but he also has more body fat. I think they're the same person. The ears, uh, well, it kind of looks attached here. I'm not sure. And this hair is detached. I'd need more photos. Can you believe Justin Trudeau is not the leader of Canada anymore? He's gone. I find that pretty interesting. Urine Brand's owner of Taco Bell and Pizza Hut has teamed up with NVIDIA to put AI-powered voice ordering at the chain's drive-through lane and on the phone, aiming to eventually go 100% digital. Wow. You know, someday fast food restaurants won't have people. They'll just be making food. Why did the Trump Gaza peace plan fail? It breaks my heart what's happening in Israel, but I think it's time for us just to give Israel everything it wants. Like, how about you guys leave our country alone and we'll give you more money? Hmm. New analysis reveals that Trump's tax plan would actively transfer money from low income people to the top 1%. Is it men's fault that people aren't getting married anymore? Hmm. Well, maybe we should redefine what marriage is. I mean, a marriage is usually just about protecting the children. If you're not going to have children, are you getting married just so you can have steady sex? Financial security? Okay, here we go. That person was murdered by George Bush. Hmm. Protest in Serbia. Scientists trapped in Antarctica pleads for help as violence breaks out. It's the usual suspects. Look at what Elon is doing here. Civil war inevitable. You don't get to say stuff like this and play the victim when shit actually hits the fan. Is anybody else feeling overwhelmed? I am. Why do leftist men have much more success with women than rights? Trump and Putin call. Putin is an hour late for the agreed phone call with Trump. Makes marginal concessions, failing short of an expected Trump brokered ceasefire. Agrees to no longer target Ukrainian energy infrastructure. Immediately launches missile attack on Ukrainian energy targets. How will the Trump administration respond to this? How do they spin this to make it look positive? All right, so this is actually somewhat concerning. How are you preparing for the Daigle event in a few days? And the 322 represents the fraternity Skull and Bones out of Yale. And there's a lot of famous politicians, George Bush, Jim Carrey, John Kerry, who are members. And 3 for March, and they say that they call it March Madness, that a lot of bad events have happened in March. So now Daigle, about 5 years ago or so, said that American population would go from 350 million to 80 million. So they're going to kill 270 million people. That's what they're projecting. So, like, is an asteroid going to hit the Earth? Biological outbreak? That's why I've been wearing my respirator when I go to town. I acknowledge I live in a lot of fear. And it might keep me alive, I don't know. AOC has said something. Let's see what she's up to. I think she means well. It's only free speech if you agree with them. Everyone else gets stripped from community town hall. The fact is, we work for everybody. If Republican politicians can't get that we work for the public, then the public should give them the boot. Where they'll be checking a party affiliation at the door. AOC is right. It's an Elon tweet here. Let's see what this is. Just in, Twitter is back to 4 billion valuation. Oh, well, I never doubted that. Hmm. That's a spate picture from Venus. If Gen Z has given up on democracy, we're in even more trouble than we thought. As the new survey reveals that most of the young Britons believe dictatorship to be a solution to the country's problems. Oh boy. Half insider, half outsider, the ultimate truth is the film The Matrix was about the message Yahshua, Jesus, was trying to convey. We are in a fake world, a simulation. Zelensky is not a salad, and the EU is not a restaurant. What? Let's see what's going on there. I think she looks pretty good. Von der Leyen. Ukrainians are ready to die for the European perspective. We want them to live with us the European dream. Oh, that's sweet. No, you can't get rid of waste and fraud. Sequel Glust. I want my money to be taken from me and flushed down the heckin' toilet. Ree. Hmm. Ooh, collapse of Atlantic cod. Oh shit. No more fish and chip for you. Apparently the cod is disappearing. Let's look at this chart. Atlantic cod stocks, east coast of Newfoundland, 92. Holy moly. Fish landing in tons. Wow, they overfished it. I love fish and chips. That is some very delicious food. Oh, this is interesting. Quantum computer network. So China here, international team led by Chinese scientists has realized quantum secured communication over 1,200 kilometer between China and South Africa, demonstrating the longest distance hacker-proof communication across the hemisphere to date. The result was published on Wednesday. Pretty interesting. All I can tell you, if somebody tries to observe it, then they know they're being observed and therefore it's being tampered with. And quantum networks have been around for 10 years at least. I remember reading about it long ago. Man stoned to death by monkeys in India. Oh, happening at CIA headquarters. A spokesperson confirmed the situation in a statement. There is an ongoing incident that law enforcement is currently responding to outside CIA headquarters. The spokesperson said additional details will be made available as appropriate. Let's hope nothing's going to happen. You boys like Mexico? USS Destroyer in the Gulf. Thousands of troops at the border. Hundreds of Mexican armies gearing up now at the extermination site. Mohawken military mobilization. Hundreds of soldiers deploy face forces to the Mohawken Jalisco Juan Horta after intense clashes over the weekend. Total preparation. Authorities are strengthening security in affected areas. Interesting. Well, we're kind of coming to the end of it here. That was not Jennifer Lawrence's asshole. Is the acquisition of Canada and Greenland part of the New World Order? One world government. Well, I want to tell you my thought about Greenland. Well, if we ever go into a term of the ice caps melting, well, Greenland would not, the snow would melt. There's a big lake in the middle of Greenland, and maybe the Earth, like North America, can't, where America is, would be too hot. And the only safe place to live would be up in Greenland where it wouldn't be so excruciatingly hot. So maybe that Trump's planning Greenland as a refuge for Americans. I don't know. Trump will run and win again in 2008. Third term. I said, Trump will try to change the law for a third term. Trump preparing to tank the stock market again. AI is going to bring back the Enlightenment era thinking. The cognitive revolution of 70,000 years ago allowed our Homo sapien ancestors to have abstract thinking and better strategies, a better way of self-awareness like we do today. And the Enlightenment era 300 years ago was a reaction to the past 1700 years of bullshit, superstition, nonsense perpetrated by a religion started by a based Jewish scam artist, and his religion is rooted in ancient Canaanite paganism and contradicts the Bible. It looks like a moon lander. Whoa, whoa, oopsie daisy, I've fallen and I can't get up. If only it wasn't so tall and my center of gravity still so high. Interesting. Grandpa shoots up the ghetto. Kind of scary. Let's see what's happening at SF Gate. Jeopardy clue features obscure San Francisco neighborhood name. Really? Let's see what it is. I'm gonna guess Outer Richmond. Jeopardy episode drop. Road taken. Change knowledge of the American roadway system. Oh, it's the Great Highway, my guess. Routes that beg the question as to the name of related city. Wrigley Building, Chicago. Mississippi, Manhattan. You can go from I-80 on to the U.S. at Showplace Square in this city and head south for less than. Although Reddit Express, Google identified owl-shaped patch of near Mission 16th and also this area design district emissions blogs. I think they're talking about a place called Hunter's Point. Let me see if the word. Nope, no word hunter. So we don't know. "52 minutes, friend. That's all I got for you." I feel like I should sleep some more time. Oh. Jessica loves the avocado toast restaurant idea, and so we might be pursuing that by pitching the deal to her boss, who's very wealthy. And I might try to start an avocado toast company. Jessica just wants it as a drive-through, and I want it as a drive-through and a sit-down. She's like, "Yeah, but then you got to clean tables and clean bathrooms." I'm like, "So what? Make more money." So I think the two things the avocado toast company will sell are coffee and avocado toast. Coffee because I want people to be able to go on a date, coffee and tea. And share an avocado toast. Another marketing gimmick is I'm going to give Costco members a discount, like 30% discount for Costco members. Costco people are very vocal in their like word of mouth marketing. That could just make us grow quickly if the Costco people can get a discount by showing their card. Gucci asked, "Think Epstein files will ever get released?" Let me show you something here. Yes is the answer. I'm going to show you the Epstein Black Book. So you don't have to wait. You can go see now.
So this is our Flippy 3.
All right. Check the text messages. I just put a link to the Epstein's Black Book. That concludes our broadcast. A big thank you to Gucci Bandana and Pat Paulson, and thank you, Pat, for the $20 the other night. I really appreciate that. You're a hero. Mm-hmm. Oh, Apple just got back to me. Fucking Apple. Our technicians have completed diagnosis of your device. Now we need to know how you want to proceed. Fucking Apple. They're gonna want to charge me more money. I'm sure of it. Bastards. Your repair's on hold. See new repair details. This is so upsetting. More bullshit from fucking Apple. Damn you, Apple. Oh shit. Pay for the repair? This is bullshit. We found another issue. So, photo of the issue, and they're saying there's damage resulting from liquid contact in the USB port that is not covered by Apple's warranty. They want 319. So I think they want. So I think what they're saying is the $200 plus another 300 for 500 bucks. Well, I think I'm gonna. I can buy a brand new laptop for $500. Fucking Apple. So I just lost $100 and no battery. They should be able to just clean up that USB-C port. That's so upsetting. I think what I'll do is I'll try to fix it myself. $316. All right, friends, I'm letting you go. But that's the update on my laptop. Bye-bye.